Hello everyone, I'm Sightless Combat and welcome to this demonstration of Sequence Storm's menu narration and maybe a little gameplay as well. This video was requested by some developers at the Game Accessibility Conference, and I will put a link to the panel I moderated there, seeing gaming from different angles, differing experiences of gaming without sight, if you want to watch that, as well as a link to the panel on Sequence Storm itself, which, if you don't know it, is a rhythm racing game. I would argue with RPG elements, but that's a whole other facet to the game itself. The game is actually fully playable without sight, and I mean, I've not beaten it myself, but I know of people who have, and it's a great example of how an indie developer, with community feedback as well, can actually do very, very good things with what you might consider a low budget, possibly. So yeah, we are in the main menu.
Options button, arcade button, press the A button to activate.
And as you can hear, there is text speaking as I move.
Options button, press the A button to activate.
Now you can actually modify the voice and what voice you're using specifically in the Windows control panel, but I won't show that here.
Arcade, continue.
But if I go into the options.
Options, vertical menu with 24 items, selected accessibility button, change accessibility options, press the A button to activate.
You can see the sheer amount of options here.
Game, timing difficult, keyboard button, gamepad
There's game mode accessibility, or game mode selection.
Listen to and repeat the audible note patterns. This is a blind accessible mode. Press left and right to change.
That's the mode I play in personally, audio cues 1.
Keyboard, gamepad, arcade, master
down,
music, sound effects volume,
you can see
sample
there's
rate
audio
conversion
stuff,
select, full screen checkbox, not checked.
Video
press
settings.
The A button to toggle.
And I have it set to not record in full screen, even though essentially it looks like it's recording in full screen anyway.
Main menu, vertical menu with 6 items, selected options button.
That little voice you heard in the background of the TTS
for more information.
is actually Jelly, who is a character in the game.
Arcade button, press
and,
the A, continue
button. We're going to go in and quickly
mission select,
demonstrate.
The date, new girl, not too new, well, give me hyperactive, fresh meat, a tutorial, a simple, Elijah's last 50 credits, a tutorial,
so
gold
you can
medal.
hear that this entire mission grid is narrated. Again, this is running through the text-to-speech that comes with Windows, with a couple of tweaks in the sense that you can't adjust the speed as a value. Instead, it's sort of normal, faster, fastest. This is actually on faster instead of fastest. Normal, actually, I better show you normal. Let me go back out.
Options, credits, options,
options here.
Options, game, accessibility options, narration speed selection, narration checkbox. Checked.
So we can turn the narration on
the user interface.
Or off, as you do at the start of the actual setup of the game for the first time, which unfortunately I don't think I can show you, though if I figure out a way to do that, I will.
Fastest. Narration speed selection selected. Fastest.
So it's actually on fastest now. Let's put it on normal.
Fast. Narration off.
Oh, what?
Checked. Narration normal.
There we go.
Narration checkbox.
So this is how you'd hear it out of the box.
Audio to describe the user interface. Press the A button to toggle.
Let's leave that on that for the moment.
Back button.
And we're going to go back and go into
reset. Back button. Continue button.
The continue screen.
Mission selection. A grid of missions. Standard difficulty. Selected Elijah's last 50 credits. A tutorial. Gold medal. There is a mission to the right.
Now, personally, I would put selected between tutorial and gold medal, but that's just me. Well, maybe that's just me. But I'm going to press the right stick for more information. Selected
Elijah's last 50 credits. A tutorial. Gold medal. There is a mission to the right. Standard difficulty is 67.89% complete. 49 gold, 4 silver, 1 bronze, 14 incomplete, 26 out of 62 bonus objectives. Press the A button to start the mission. Press a direction to select another mission. Press the left and right triggers to change the mission difficulty. Press the B button to go back. Press the Y button to open upgrades. Press the X button to play the mission with the story.
Yeah, so as you can see, there is a massive amount of UI information there, but it's actually really, really well thought out. So we're going to quickly show how the story narration works. So this is the very first mission of the game, so technically there's no spoilers in a manner of speaking. So let's press X. I am using a controller in case you hadn't figured that out already.
Great choice.
Story screen. Press the A button to continue through dialogue.
That was too funny as well, the fact that Jelly said great choice to me using a controller. So it's telling me I can press A to skip through the story. And there's a very interesting part of this. It's not just text when you have this additional narration as well.
Inside Elijah Gale's apartment building. Elijah Gale is a young computer engineer sitting at his computer terminal in his apartment.
And we can keep hitting A.
The apartment is a bit of a mess, with tools and equipment strewn around. The computer terminal is a nest of wires and cables.
So if we were to hit A a couple of times in a row...
Outside of the small, round window, we see a dismal cityscape of identical apartment buildings.
Like so, you can
Elijah
hear the text
says,
scrolling through.
Connect me to Midori Raceway. The terminal displays neural link activated. Connecting. Bioauthentication for
And
user.
you can hear that it's
Elijah
actually
Gale.
just, running
Complete.
itself, essentially, at this point.
Connected to Midori Raceway. An animated avatar appears on the screen.
At least to a certain
He
extent.
is a small pink cartoon of a man wearing a racing suit and helmet. Jelly says, welcome to Midori Raceway. I'm Jelly, your personal concierge. Elijah says, hi Jelly.
Yeah, so we've just met Jelly, and what we're going to do is quickly show the gameplay as well
Loading mission.
by
This
pressing B
tutorial
and skipping the
uses
rest
these
of the
buttons.
tutorial.
Left trigger, left shoulder button, right trigger. Press any keyboard key to hear the keyboard controls.
So it's actually giving you the
Downloading.
tutorial
Press the A
information
button
already
to
as to
continue,
what
or the B button to go
what
back.
controls you're going to be using. If I press a key on the keyboard, so I press Control,
Loading mission. This tutorial uses these keys, D, F, J, K. Press any gamepad button to hear the gamepad controls.
so I can choose what I want to use. Let's just say I want to use the controller for this.
Loading mission. This tutorial uses these buttons. Left
And then we press
trigger,
A again.
Left. Elijah has jacked his neural interface into the sequence. He is now piloting the orange rig on a ribbon-like racetrack which twists and bends through a dreamlike skyscape. There are 5 other rigs on the track with him. First listen to the audio cues, then
So I've
repeat
paused-
the pattern in time with the
I've paused
music.
the game just to point out that it actually interrupted itself, which I don't think I've seen it do.
Restart.
So I'm going to
Quit.
go into the...
Resume.
Oh, I actually can't get into the options from here. Let's
Restart. Quit.
go back
Mission
to the
select
main menu,
Options button.
just so that you can hear how I would
Options.
play this.
Game accessibility button. Accessibility. Narration speed select fast. Faster.
There we go.
Options. Main menu. Arcade button.
So
Press
this
continue
is
button.
how I would play
Mission
this game.
selection. A grid of missions. Standard difficulty. Story screen. Press the A button to continue through dialogues. Press the B button to skip the story. Inside Elijah Gale's apartment building. Elijah Gale is a young computer engineer sitting at his computer terminal in his apartment. The apartment is a bit of a mess, with tools and equipment strewn around.
So
The
that
computer
gives you an
terminal is a
idea
nest of
of
wires
the
and
difference. And what I didn't point out is that these descriptions are extremely helpful for just atmosphere and world building, and they're often, not there in any kind of capacity with a lot of indie games, or, well, any games, really. A lot of even big budget games miss out on these descriptions that definitely build the atmosphere and give you a sense of the world around you and your character as well in certain cases. So we're going to press B to go back into the tutorial.
Loading mission. This tutorial uses these buttons. Left trigger, left shoulder button, right trigger. Press any
We're going
keyboard
to press
key to
A.
hear the... Elijah has jacked his neural interface into the sequence. He
We're
is
going
now
to press A
piloting
again
the
to
orange
skip.
rig on a ribbon-like racetrack which
If
twists
it
and
let- or
bends
B
through a
to
dreamlike
skip. Does it
skyscape.
let us? No.
There are 5 other rigs on the track with him, all ready to start the race.
Oh, now we can press A.
First listen to the audio
There we go.
cues, then repeat the pattern in time with the
Whether
music.
that worked or not, it was unclear. So it's giving us the
For the
tutorial
clap, repeat
prompts.
the pattern with the right shoulder button.
So right shoulder button. And it's all about just hitting these in time. At least at this point in the game it is. So it's 1 and 2. And those little audio cues get explained later if you're wondering what the extra ones
For
are.
the hi-hat, repeat the pattern with the right trigger. For the bass drum, use the left trigger.
So as you can hear, it's guiding us through this tutorial.
For the clap, use the right shoulder button.
I remember seeing this for the first time when I actually played this.
For the snare, use the left shoulder
I was
button.
just blown away just by how good this was, because no other game that I'd seen had actually put this much effort into it. And it will also show up tutorial
right trigger.
text in terms of story
The left
progression
trigger.
in a second, I think. You'll see what I mean.
The right shoulder button.
So we're just hitting
The
these
left
prompts as
shoulder
they
button.
come along.
Elijah Gale says Jelly. Am I doing this right? When I stay in sync, I go faster. Jelly says, have you tried not staying in sync? Elijah Gale says, what? No. Hang on, we're off again.
There we go. I might as well complete this tutorial. So it's now not giving prompts, it's just, you know, realizing that we should probably know by this point how this works. And, you know, the fortunate thing is Jelly as an announcer who is available as part of the expansion is actually doing a good job of communicating to us how well we're doing as well.
A photo finish.
Results. Mission complete. Gold medal. Mission objective. Finish in first place. Finished in first place. Click the right stick for more details.
And
Press the A
again,
button to
we
continue.
can get more information, which we're going to do.
97.50% accuracy. Finished in 1 minute 28.526 seconds. Top speed 156%. Best combo 40. 35 synchronized judgments. 5 great judgments. 0 good judgments. 0 bad judgments. 0 misses. 0 out of 0 holds. Mission complete. Gold
So
medal.
we can press
Mission
A
objective.
here.
Finish in first story screen. The terminal displays switching to standard time interface. Elijah says, Jelly. I smoked them all. Did you see it?
And we can
Jelly says, I did. Not exactly the inferno of death I was hoping for.
see Jelly's response there. So we're going to press B,
Mission selection. A grid
which
of
brings
missions.
us back to
Standard
mission select, and we're going to go back to the
difficulty.
main menu.
Selected Elijah's main menu. Vertical menu with 6 items. Selected continue button. Press the A button to activate. Click the right stick for more information.
Yeah, and we're going to do that as the final thing in this demo.
Version 1.2.3b. Built on October 2, 2020. For Steam. Press F2 to copy contact information. Press F3 to open the logs folder.
Yeah, so it gives you that as brief information, which is quite useful for things like troubleshooting, etc., most likely. But I will put a link to the game's Steam page, the game's itch page, and the panel at GAConf by the developer, which was really, really interesting, as well as the panel that I moderated too, if you're interested in watching that. And yeah, if you want to see more Sequence Storm gameplay, do feel free to let me know, and I will look into recording some, especially now I've got this working finally. Which is a great relief to me because I've wanted to do this for a while. And if you have any comments, questions, feedback, critique, etc., please feel free to also let me know. But in any case, I hope this demo has been interesting and useful. I have been Sightless Combat. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.